Last Halloween, I watched my neighbor's house vanish. Not burned, not sold, not torn down, just gone, like it had never been there. I've lived on Briar Lane my whole life. Quiet, safe, suburban. One of those streets where every house looks almost the same. Neatly trimmed lawns, wind chimes, Halloween decorations still dangling even in November. I never thought there was anything strange about this street, until I started counting the houses. There are 12. Always 12. Or there should be. Growing up, I used to play outside with the other neighborhood kids. We'd trick-or-treat door to door, laughing, racing, comparing candy. But every year, after Halloween, someone's house would be gone, and nobody would talk about it. Not the adults, not the neighbors, not even the mailman. It was like they couldn't remember it ever existed. When I was 9, it was the Miller house. Big blue one with a swing set. After Halloween, just empty lot. The next morning, the grass had grown over it, like it had never been touched. When I mentioned it to my mom, she looked at me blankly. There's never been a Miller house here, honey. But I remembered the kids. The smell of barbecue in their yard. Their golden retriever, Daisy. They were real, weren't they? I'm older now, 28, still living in the same neighborhood. Mom passed. Dad moved away. I tell myself I stay because it's cheap, but deep down, I know I stay because of that. Because I need to understand what happens here. This year, I decided to document it. Every house, every neighbor, every light. I went door to door on October 30th, just before sunset. Took photos, counted, 1 through 12. Everything matched. Then came Halloween night. Kids in costumes ran up and down the street. Ghosts, witches, superheroes. Pumpkins glowed in the dark. And for a moment, it all felt normal. But around midnight, the laughter faded. The wind changed. And the street fell silent. No footsteps. No dogs. No music. Just stillness. Then I heard it. A sound I'd never noticed before. Like a low hum. Deep, vibrating. Coming from somewhere down the street. I stepped outside. The air felt heavier. The streetlights flickered in unison. And that's when I saw it. The house at the end, the Wilkins place, was glowing. Soft orange light spilling from every window. Too bright. Too steady. Like firelight. Like candlelight. Like something inside was alive. I pulled out my phone, started recording. But as soon as I aimed the camera, the screen went black. And when I looked up again, the house was bending, walls shifting, windows warping, like the entire structure was breathing. I stumbled backward, heart racing, and the humming grew louder, until it wasn't a hum anymore. It was whispering, dozens of voices, layered over each other, repeating one phrase over and over. Your turn. And then, the house collapsed in on itself. Not like a demolition. Not like it fell. It folded, like paper, folding inward until it disappeared into a single, pulsing point of light. Then, silence. The air went still again. The streetlights flickered back on, and the Wilkins house was gone. In its place, fresh grass, like it had always been that way. I ran toward it, yelling their names, but no one answered. No photos of them on my phone. No trace they'd ever lived there. The next morning, when I asked my neighbor about them, she just frowned. Wilkins? There's no Wilkins house here, dear. You must be mistaken. But I wasn't mistaken. I knew them. I had dinner there 2 weeks ago. Their daughter babysat my niece. And yet, their names, their photos, even their mailbox number, gone. It was as if they'd never existed. I stopped sleeping. I couldn't. I spent every night outside, watching the street, waiting for something to happen. But the more I stayed up, the more I started to see other things. Shadows moving between houses, faces in windows that shouldn't be there, whispers through my vents at night. Once, I woke up at 3 a.m. to find my front door wide open, cold air spilling in, and written across the inside of the door in what looked like soot. Next year, I thought about leaving, packing up, running, but somehow, I couldn't. Every time I tried, I'd get dizzy, confused, like I'd forgotten where the highway was. It's like the town doesn't let people go. And then Halloween came again. This time, I didn't hand out candy, didn't answer the door, just watched. At 11:59 p.m., the hum began again, that deep vibration that makes your bones ache. I looked out the window, and my own house was glowing. The walls shimmered faintly orange. The air felt thick, and from somewhere in the dark, the whispers rose again. Your turn. I ran outside, but as soon as my feet hit the porch, I realized my house wasn't glowing anymore. It was my neighbor's, the one next door, the one with the new couple that just moved in this summer. They were standing in their yard, frozen, staring at their house as it pulsed with light. And I should have helped. I should have warned them. But I didn't move. I just watched. Watched their house bend and twist and fold in on itself. Watched them scream as their voices faded into the air. When it was over, their house was gone, just another patch of grass. And when I looked around, there were only 10 houses left on the street. That was last year. It's Halloween night again, and I'm hearing it now. That hum, low and deep, vibrating through the floorboards. I'm recording this because I need someone to know, someone to remember what's happening here. Because next year, there'll be 9 houses left, and the whispers are getting louder. Your turn. You shouldn't have stayed.